police chase is underway. We are watching a Dallas police vehicle try to get this car to pull over. This is happening right in the Forest and Greenville area. We understand that right now they are traveling southbound on Forest Lane.
We've been watching this for a couple of minutes now. This is a live picture you're watching from Chopper 5. This is the car that police are following. It looks like a white Dodge Charger going at a fairly high rate of speed here. This is near the area of Forest and Greenville.
In and out a little bit, but here's a wider look as this car is now getting onto the highway there.
This is LBJ near Greenville. And it would appear to me that the driver is headed east on LBJ. So this chase has now moved on to the interstate at this hour.
Again, we're trying to figure out exactly why police are trying to pull this car over, but we understand it has been going on for quite a few minutes, and we watched it. Chopper 5 has been above it. You see this car traveling onto the shoulder of that highway. This is LBJ Freeway. Again, that white Charger being chased by police and driving at a very dangerous rate of speed there, passing all the other traffic on the highway.
We have been able to confirm, Christy, from the chopper that this is eastbound LBJ. Once again, this is near the area of Greenville. So this is the North Dallas area. The 635 LBJ, this car racing down the freeway. You can see how much faster this vehicle is moving.
And why that driver is fleeing from police. But right now you do see the police helicopter there flying above the scene. Just really dangerous situations as this car weaves in and out. Once again on the shoulder there, driving past the traffic on eastbound LBJ. Police have not yet been able to get ahead of this car to block that traffic.
The car now on the shoulder. At the best of times, this is a very congested stretch of highway. Now the car exiting the highway. I'm not sure the exit that we're looking at here, but you see him kind of lose control there as he gets off the highway.
Our shot is going in and out, but Chopper 5 is live above this chase right now. That car just got off LBJ Freeway at Plano Road. Now it appears to be going into more of a slower traffic area, a residential area.
And this is really scary because, as you can see here, this person is now in a residential area and they're going at a high rate of speed. There you see police officers in pursuit, another chopper. They're passing near our chopper, and this driver
back onto a traffic, a road,
major
road,
yeah.
A two-lane road there, and again, speeding up again, still with police in pursuit. And again, police have not been able to get ahead of this driver. At this point, it's difficult to predict where he's going. Just through an intersection there, looks like he ran a red light.
Blowing by all the other vehicles on the highway here, and we've seen this person weave in and out of traffic here.
Okay, and again, we are watching a chase, a police chase in Dallas. Police are in pursuit of this car, which has gone through some pretty dangerous situations. You see the car is weaving, going onto the shoulder, going at a much higher rate of speed in the traffic on the highway, which is pretty fast. And we understand this is a Dodge Challenger. We're still trying to figure out exactly why police are chasing this vehicle, but at this point, this driver will not pull over. Westbound LBJ right now in Dallas.
Very high rate of speed here, and you can see this person almost lose control there as they speed down 635 LBJ westbound in North Dallas.
Another exit here. We're going to wait to hear from Ames. Okay, this is Forest Lane. The traffic is slowed down here. The Challenger has stopped, trying to figure out exactly how to get around all of this, and there are police right behind with all of the other drivers right there. So I don't think police can do a whole lot right now. We're going to see them get out of the car.
Here. All right, traffic moving again.
And we see these other drivers trying to get out of the way of this.
It's a pretty busy chase. Dallas Air 1 is here, and the suspect is back southbound, it appears, on Greenville right now from LBJ. And we don't know why the suspect's... He was actually on LBJ, and the suspect had gotten off about Plano Road, that direction, did a U-turn, and came back westbound on LBJ, and now the suspect southbound on Greenville, traveling at a pretty decent rate of speed now, and coming through back into the Lake Highlands area. We're probably about 3 miles or so east of 75, still southbound on Greenville.
North Dallas, this driver heading southbound on Abrams. Now, this is a very tight shot that we have here from Chopper 5, but we know that police officers are right behind us. Oh, we've had a collision.
Those are citizens that he hit at that intersection. They're restraining him. The police cars are pulling up at this time, and those are officers right up there trying to take him into custody. And I did want to remind our viewers we are on a little bit of a tape delay, although our audio is live. And now you can see police officers on top of the suspect. That suspect was probably going about 60 miles an hour or so when he collided into those cars at the intersection.
A high-speed chase in Dallas came to an abrupt end with a major crash, and a Dallas mom who says she was just protecting her family. The suspect crashed into the family's van near Abrams and Walnut Hill after police say he stole that car from a man in South Dallas. Fox 4's Calvert Collins talked to family inside that van, and she's got their story from Northeast Dallas. Calvert.
Well, Clarice, Jessica Leisman says she wasn't really thinking. She was just running on adrenaline and reflexes, angry that someone would jeopardize her child's life. Well, that suspect is 40-year-old Trey Alexander, and Leisman didn't know that her minivan would end up stopping a police chase, but she says she did know that with every fiber of her body, she would keep Alexander from getting away.
I asked him, what the heck is wrong with you? What are you thinking? You're in a school zone. And he had nothing to say, and he acted like he was trying to run. So I remember kicking the door, everything from there. All I can think about is you're not getting away. You're not getting away.
And he didn't. Jessica Leisman and her boyfriend pinned Trey Alexander until police relieved them.
Did you call that a citizen arrest? I think he ran up against a mama bear.
What they didn't know was Alexander was the suspect in a police chase, wanted for robbing this man of his new Dodge Challenger.
I love my car. I just got it. At the same time, I love my life. You know what I'm saying? That car, I let the police handle it.
He wasn't going to get involved, but Jessica Leisman did.
I'm screaming at him after everything happened. My son, you hurt my son. You hurt my son. With your stupid actions, you hurt my child.
Leisman had just picked up her 13-year-old son, TJ, from school and was going to get her daughter when they were hit. TJ was in the back seat and took the brunt of the impact, but he quickly forgot the pain.
I just saw my mom just whack. My stepdad slammed him on the ground, and then that's about it.
Police later found a gun in the Dodge Challenger, something Leisman is grateful Alexander didn't use on her. The Arby's manager and young mother lost her 4-year-old son in August to a medical condition. One reason she is incredibly protective of TJ.
If anything happens, she's literally right there.
Well, TJ, we're happy to report, has no broken bones. He did get some x-rays this afternoon, but says he's a little stiff and sore. And there was another person injured in the wreck in another vehicle, but we're told that person has minor injuries. What we can tell you about the suspect, 40-year-old Trey Alexander, he is now in police custody, charged with aggravated robbery and evading arrest, and has a fairly lengthy criminal history, including previous arrests for unlawful restraint, family violence, drugs, and other evading arrest charges. So we'll see how this all plays out in the coming days, Clarice.
And in the meantime, hero mom. Calvert, thank you.
failure to yield here. A box truck, Stu Mandel and Sky Fox. With the latest, it looks like he's traveling pretty slow at this point, Stu.
And where are we?
Slow might not be the word for it, Bobby. He's moving about street, whatever the speed limit is. We'll get that speed limit up for you in just a moment or two. But I can tell you, failure to yield. California Highway Patrol has been on the freeway, but I can also say that he has been getting very close. We're saying here, the suspect has been getting very close to other vehicles and running red lights as well. So this is not what the California Highway Patrol wants to see. The back of the truck is up. Can't really make out what's in there, but there's always that possibility whatever's in there could fall out during this chase. Right now, though, just failure to yield, but this has been going on for more than a minute. Came out of in the West LA area. Looks like we're going to be getting back onto the freeway. This is going to be the 101 near the 405. California Highway Patrol right now, they are tasked to try to bring this pursuit to an end of a vehicle. Failure to yield, and the camera operator right now, this is Justin this afternoon, pushing it a little tighter. Really, I'm personally concerned that whatever's in the back there looks like it's actually moving its way out, and that door not closed. That could be a problem for anybody around that vehicle, not just the California Highway Patrol. And the 405, I'm looking over the dash right now, not at the picture. Not a good take. It's really, really packed.
Okay, so this is what, northbound 405 in the San Fernando Valley in the Burbank area specifically, it looks like?
It is going to be I'm sorry if I said 405 or said we're near the 405. This is going to be the 101. Making an unusual little move right there. Don't know what that was all about, but definitely trying to make his way back. And now he's backing up.
It looked like he tapped that car. He tapped that car in front of him.
Yeah, those type of moves right there, very, very dangerous, especially when you have law enforcement right behind you.
And perhaps some mechanical equipment or something. And here we're going to the 101, the 405 split.
I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry, guys. We're off just a second. I was working with Justin. I just wanted to get a closer look at what's back there. It looks like a giant tank and some kind of plumbing equipment. I just wondering if some of that stuff is mounted and the other stuff is just sitting there. But at any rate, doesn't seem to be moving around that freely. So I'm just, like I said, that was my big worry right now. That stuff will start tumbling off. The officers might be able to get around it, but then some other vehicles might hit it. 101 freeway, Marla, Bobby, it is kind of packed, but it definitely is getting a little bit wider here. So we passed our options for the 405. So we're kind of committed to the northbound 101 that just gets more and more packed. Just you can see it trying to weave, but I'm looking out the window. The traffic is moving, but that's about the speed it's moving at. It is a very slow crawl this afternoon, and we continue.
I was saying you were using the word desperate, but at this point, the driver doesn't look really desperate, so to speak. It's not, the driver's not stopping, but fortunately, I mean, other than the tapping the front of the car that was in front of it to try to get around it, it doesn't look like, this box truck doesn't have to go 28, 30 miles per hour on the freeway. It could go faster than that. So, who knows?
Well, Bobby, Marla, everybody, I was looking out the window. I'm doing a couple other little things out here, but that little silver car that just pulled over into the emergency lane, maybe it's more of a light blue. Apparently, that truck had made contact with that vehicle, doing some damage to the back of that car.
And without having to stop at the CHP and give up peacefully here. But at this time, it looks like he's driving, somewhat slower than the flow of traffic. Hopefully that's a sign that this might give up. But I can tell you at this time, if we widen out the shot just a little bit, Richard, Okay, so he is stopped on the freeway here. He is stopped on the freeway, westbound on the 101.
So now coming to a stop. Where are we now, Stu?
We're very close to Havenhurst. It's still going to be. It looks like the door just popped open. Justin, get tight there. I want to see what's going on. I don't know if that's the driver or maybe one of the passengers, but it seems like there was only one person in there getting out of the vehicle. Again, kind of very defiant. It's just bizarre behavior. This is one of the ones where we have to be extremely careful. Now, we're assuming that this person is not armed, but law enforcement, they always have to play it on the side of caution. It looks like he is out of the vehicle smoking a cigarette, but clearly you can see that all the traffic is stopped. Law enforcement breaking out their shields. Those are bulletproof, but this might look like one of those situations where there might be some sort of confrontation between law enforcement and that suspect. Hopefully they have some less than lethal with them right now, meaning those beanbag guns, taser, etc. But it looks like he at least has his arms out. It looks like he's doing some of what he needs to do to go into custody. But again, down on his knees there. This is one of those ones that you just gotta wonder what is going on with this guy this afternoon. And of course, right now, my fear is confrontation with law enforcement. And right now, he's sitting on that pavement, looking at them, smoking that cigarette. So this is still the posturing, still a problem, still something that law enforcement needs to worry about. And then, of course, you just don't know if he's armed, and you don't know what this person's attitude is right now. His attitude seems to be laying down on the 101 freeway. So again, law enforcement kind of, they have to figure out how they're going to solve this without anybody getting hurt.
And usually they lay down on their stomach. It almost, as you said, his posturing seems like he's trying to act like he's a cool cat with his cigarette in his hand.
There we go. Here it comes. This is going to be the moment.
Here it comes. Okay.
Yeah, here comes law enforcement. They've got their shield out. They're doing what they, I'm sure that, definitely have two of those officers have less than lethal. So that's what we kind of want to see. And now just rolling them over. It looks like they're going to take them to cuffs. Thank goodness nobody. I really was worried on this one, guys. I was worried that it was going to end a different way. But wow, so bizarre. This guy breaking out that windshield. And it also, busting out that windshield while that truck was moving. He did make contact with at least one other vehicle, and again, it all coming to an end out here. This started, as we understand from our assignment desk, it started on the other side of the hill in the West LA area. So it made its way over the hill and into the Van Nuys area. But this was going on for a minute, and thank goodness nobody was seriously hurt. I'm sorry that one guy, at least that we saw, that vehicle has some damage, some serious damage to the back of his car.
And we're also hearing that the initial want was a hit and run.
Chasing that Durango that you see right there. Heavy traffic. So this is going to be a very LA pursuit for sure. Just coming up on La Cienega right now, that Durango using the center divider, pushing its way through this traffic this evening. At one point when the freeway was open, this thing was going about 80, 90 miles an hour. Right now, though, you can see heavy traffic this evening. No emergency lane in this area. So it's being pretty difficult for this truck. We haven't seen it hit or really get too pushy with the other vehicles, so that's a good sign. Right now, though, California Highway Patrol behind it. We understand that the helicopter that's over it may be LAPD. We're trying to get that narrowed down, but you can see as this vehicle is trying to push its way through traffic right now, there's the California Highway Patrol. Again, this happening right now, just getting out of the Culver City area, West LA, mid-cities, and you can see that car pushing its way through traffic. Other vehicles trying to get out of the way for the emergency vehicles, but this chase continues on the eastbound 10 freeway. If he stays on the 10 freeway, when he gets over to the 110, it's going to really be backed up, but it does look like we are taking an off-ramp here. We'll get you that off-ramp in just a second. We're just passing La Brea. Well, that's right. Right, and that's the concern for California Highway Patrol. That little jaunt we just saw right there, was just the La Brea off-ramp.
We can peer into the driver's side right there. We can see a little bit of the driver there. It's unclear whether there's anybody else in the vehicle with this person, but as you can see, he or she rather has the window down. We can see a little bit of that person there as he may be exiting here. Exiting Arlington. You can see those units from the CHP close behind, and of course we have the police helicopter overhead as well as he makes that southbound or right-hand turn onto Arlington. You can see the police night sun overhead lighting up the vehicle. Again, a Dodge Durango. Unclear at this point what the suspect is wanted for, but of course we can assume failure to yield is going to be one possibility. Failure to yield, reckless driving. We've witnessed both of those as he makes a turn here.
Tagging in Venice, that's going to be a first for sure. We're on Adams right now. We're working our way westbound on Adams. He got off at Arlington, so we were getting very close to the 110 freeway. But right now, this person's still eluding the officers. We're making our way back out of the Mid-Cities area. We're going to be back in the Culver City area just in a few moments. Pursuit for a tagging suspect, that's definitely got to be a first. Using that center lane right there, looks like we possibly were running a red light. That's the first time I've seen him do that. Just past La Brea again. Whoa! No. Yeah.
So we still have CHP in pursuit. However, as you can see, we are now on surface streets. So there may be a point here when the LAPD may step in and take over this pursuit now that it's no longer on the freeway. So at this point, it's still going to be CHP. If I hear a handoff over the scanner, I will let you know. But for now, we still have the CHP in pursuit on surface streets, continuing westbound on Adams. Let's see if he makes a turn here. And sure enough, making a turn onto La Brea. Making a southbound turn. You can see that CHP unit getting very close now on Washington, making a right-hand or westbound turn onto Washington, but not losing any speed.
Right now, tagging was what we were hearing, and that's, I understand that possibly there might be something other than tagging involved. Here we go. Boop, there's a first touch, and look at this guy. He's really getting on the gas right there, trying to get away from the officers, really pushing that truck. We're on Venice Boulevard right now. We were eastbound, then a little bit west. Now we're going north.
And that's the 10 freeway that you see there. Coming up to La Cienega here, cross traffic. Oh, just slow down just enough. Here we go, pit maneuver. The CHP hit another vehicle, not the suspect vehicle. Of course, that was an accident. They did not intend to do that. We now have the suspect vehicle here, the CHP close behind. You see that the suspect doesn't want to wait for that light and is making now this dramatic left-hand turn and slowing down a bit. This may be the end of it. This may be the end of it. We see the CHP getting to the scene.
So, an original one, some scary moments there. Now this person getting out of the vehicle. This is the first time we're going to see this guy, and take a look, and it's coming to an end. It seems to be peaceful. He seems to be a little aggressive still, angry about what's going on, but one tagger in custody after a pursuit that took us through the mid-cities and West LA areas. Right now, he's basically just conforming to the officer's demands, getting down on the ground. We haven't seen the cuffs go on yet, but I'm sure that'll happen here in just a moment.
It's going to be interesting what they do here. They may either have, there's that skateboarder coming up to the scene, not even realizing what was going on. A very dangerous situation, of course. We have the first team of officers moving into the vehicle here, so they're going to try to clear the vehicle and make sure that there is nobody else inside. Those windows were very tinted, so it was difficult to tell. The doors are locked, so now they're going to have to either flash their flashlights inside to see if they can see whether anyone's inside, or try to unlock the vehicle from the driver's side. But of course, before they do that, they may want to make sure that that suspect is handcuffed and out of the way. You see that second team of officers now moving towards the suspect, and they're either going to have him get on his knees and then handcuff him, or just handcuff him directly, which is exactly what they're doing now. They are putting that suspect in handcuffs. He is not resisting, so that's definitely some good news here near the Kaiser Permanente of West Los Angeles.